Mondo. I'm a mother of two, and I'm going to do a recipe today, which will whip up in about 10 minutes or less.
Cool.
It's something I would like to do on the weekend. It's kind of a brunchy thing, or breakfast, and you could also have it as a dessert. What I'm going to make is some caramelised banana pancakes, and I'm going to roll them up, and I'm going to serve it with some whipped ricotta. And in the whipped ricotta, we've got also some raisins, some honey, and some really nice organic yogurt. So, yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Excellent. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is whip the ricotta, whipped ricotta. So what I have here is about, this will probably be enough for about 4 people. I've got about 300 or 400 grams of ricotta, fresh ricotta. I'm just going to pop that into the mixer. And also have some yogurt, probably about 3 tablespoons of natural yogurt. This is a Greek yogurt, which is just a little bit thicker. It's nice and tart, but not too tart.
I like Greek yogurt.
It's alright, it's great stuff. Vanilla, you can use fresh vanilla bean if you like, or dry vanilla pod. But I quite like this stuff. This is made by Queen, and it's the seeds that have been taken out and just put in a sugar and alcohol solution. Heat it.
Cool.
Squeeze that in there. And I also have some Tasmanian loaded honey, which is really lovely.
Excellent.
Just going to put a little bit of that in there. This stuff is really, really strong. You could use any honey, it wouldn't matter, but I really love this stuff. It's a little bit stronger, therefore you use a little bit less, so therefore, I guess, hopefully you're not putting so much sugar into it. And I'm just going to beat this. Just till it comes together. I also have a lemon, which I'm just going to add a little bit less to.
Lovely flavours in there.
And that just freshens it up too. And I'll just add a little bit more yogurt just to make it a bit smoother. This helps with the consistency of the ricotta. So that's all the flavours have incorporated now. I'm just going to add a small handful of raisins, basically.
Excellent.
Okay, that's that done. All we need to do now, put this aside, and then we'll serve this with the pancakes later on.
Cool.
Next step is to make pancakes. So I've already made a pancake batter. Pancake batter is quite easy. It's just some sifted plain flour. I probably use 2 cups of plain flour here. About 3 whole eggs, which I just whisked up and worked that into the flour. A little bit of milk, probably about another 3/4 to a half a cup, just to loosen it. And some caster sugar, just sort of about half a handful. It's not very accurate, but this is how a lot of, easy cooking at home tends to be. I don't think everyone needs to be really fixed on, exact measurements for something like this. It's supposed to be casual, for a Sunday morning.
Excellent.
So, okay, over here, I've got my pan on. I've had this on for a little while, so it should be quite hot. You do need to make sure you've either got a heavy pan, like either a cast iron pan like this one, or a non-stick one like this one, and it does need to be nice and hot as well. So a little bit of oil in here, not too much. You can also just use the spray oil as well, that works really well for pancakes. So I'm just ladling the mixture into the pan, and we're just making it fairly thin, so I'm just going to spread it out in the pan to cover the whole pan, and your aim is just to get a nice round pancake.
Okay, excellent.
And it's just, as you can see, the sides are starting to seal. If you keep it at a fairly moderate temperature, it'll get a little bit of colour. It'll just be sort of golden, and it'll cook all the way through fairly evenly. At the same time, I have this pan over here, and that's quite done as well. We're going to caramelise the bananas in that. So we just need to grab a couple more bananas, remove the skins. And then we're going to cut them in half. And then we're going to cut them in half again. At this stage, I'm just going to check my pancake, how it's going. Pretty good. Now comes the fun part. There's a couple of different ways you can cook a pancake. You can toss it, which I'm not going to do. You can use a pair of tongs, which is helpful, or you can use a spatula. So depending on what stage your pancakes are. I know that this one's going to hold together pretty well. So, it's like that. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can also put a plate over the top and flip it like that as well, put it back in the pan, or you can have another pan standing by. But I'm personally not a pancake cook. I'm not game enough to do it, even as a chef. And that's finishing nicely. Over here, so we've got our hot pan here ready to go, caramelised bananas, a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter. Very, very hot. And into that, make the bananas. And I absolutely love bananas with butter. And seeing as though the rest of the recipe is quite healthy, I think it's okay to have that little bit of butter. I'm quite alright with that. And there's nothing like the smell of bananas cooking. I think it's one of my favourite things.
I have to agree.
Yeah, I love it. It's just great. We're just getting a little bit of colour on these bananas. They're going a nice golden colour. And if you really wanted to, you could add also a little bit of brown sugar to these, but I'm not going to do so because they're quite sweet bananas anyway. Some really good seasoning for them now. Now this guy is ready. So we're just going to slide it up, like so. And that's just sitting there, ready for the bananas. Bananas are cooking nicely. Now, also what you can serve with this would be maybe some nice fresh strawberries as well. If you wanted to, I'm going to do so today. And you could also serve some walnuts as well. You could put the walnuts into your pancake batter if you really wanted to. You could also put the walnuts into the ricotta mix if you wanted to. I'm actually just going to put them over at the end. They just add a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture, and they're really high in protein. And most kids really like them as well. Okay, bananas are ready. What I'm going to do is just make a giant one and roll it up.
It smells fantastic.
Yeah.
You're right, bananas are just fantastic.
Smell great, don't they?
Yeah.
Butter. Yeah. I also put a little bit of oil in there. That just stops the butter from burning. There we go. This is also the kind of thing you could actually get children to help you with. Obviously not the cooking side of it, but my 4-year-old loves to cut up bananas and things with a butter knife. So, you know, you can get her to peel it, cut it up. And I think it's really important to involve children when you're cooking, so they have a really good idea of
What's involved?
yeah, what's involved, identifying foods and feeling it, touching it, you know.
Absolutely.
So we're going to roll this up now, like this. I'm going to roll it fairly tightly. This is still warm. You could let it cool down a little bit if you wanted to, but it's quite alright for me, personally. Okay, that's our little banana roll that we've made here. Now, to finish, I'm just going to pop. Actually, no, we'll pop this up first, sorry. I'm going to take this over to the board and we're going to cut it. Now this one here is probably enough for 2 people, 2 adults that would be. And obviously you could make these smaller for the kids if you wanted to.
Excellent.
Like that. I'm going to put this whipped butter on the top.
That smells fantastic, Emma.
There we go. And strawberries, which are in season at the moment and are pretty good at the moment as well.
They are.
And those on the top. And down the bottom. Some walnuts. And if you wanted to, you could use some really great maple syrups. Use the real thing, not the maple flavoured syrup. It's a really great investment, and it's really, it's high in sugar, but it's pretty organic, real maple syrup that comes straight from the tree. Or you could just use a little bit more honey and just pop some of that over the top. Guaranteed, kids will love it. That's that.
That is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful aromas. Quite a few of the 5 of the food groups.
That's right. Okay. There we go. So banana pancakes with whipped ricotta, strawberries, walnuts and honey. Thanks.